Hello, welcome to Chef Richard's Kitchen. I'm Chef Richard Miller. Well, Ash Wednesday is only 2 days away from now, and that's the beginning of the Lenten season. And at this point, we're always looking for some kind of non-meat dishes, either fish or vegetarian, for during the Lenten season. And I know everybody gets tired of the same old fish sandwiches and fish sticks and whatever and whatnot. Today we're going to make a honey crusted orange roughy. And what I'm going to do there is we're going to take and we're going to coat our roughy in an egg and honey wash. Then we're going to put them in a bag that has crumbs of, in this case, it's Ritz crackers in it, and we're going to fry it. And I've done this before, and it's delicious. So let's go ahead and let's get started. The first thing you want to do is I've just got a regular gallon freezer bag here that I want to go ahead and I want to put my crackers in. Now, what this is it's just some Ritz crackers. I've used club crackers with it, and I've used some others. I haven't tried with soda crackers because I can't imagine anything more boring than that. But the thing I find most is I like these Ritz. And what I'm going to do now is just take a rolling pin and I'm just going to roll these out. Until we essentially have crumbs. Can you do this in the food processor? Oh, sure. To me, this is just as easy as going down, getting the food processor, bringing it up, and then cleaning it up afterwards. Yeah, I'd just rather do this. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is, now that we have our crumbs, we're going to take and I'm going to put in about a ½ teaspoon of salt. And in this case, it's just fine sea salt. And I'm going to take probably about, tablespoon and a half of just chopped parsley. All right, put it in, shake it up. Let me go get the roughy. I'll be right back. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the honey egg mixture. We're going to go ahead and we're going to coat our fish. Then we're going to fry it. So, be right back. All right, I just cracked an egg in here, and I'm just using my fork because I'm gonna whip it here. Just the same way you would as you were doing an egg wash or scrambled eggs or something like that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of honey. And we're going to mix this in. The honey's thick and the egg is thin, and so it doesn't mix right away. But just give it a little time. It goes fine. Okay. Here we have our honey egg mixture. Now, what I'm using today is I'm using orange roughy. Can you use other fish? Oh yeah. I've used cod all the time. I've used halibut. Usually you can use any kind of mild whitefish with this, and it comes out fine. Walleye, that'd be good too. Whatever you have that's mild and you prefer. So let's go ahead and first thing let's dip our fish. Let it drain off a little and put it in our bag. Let's zip it up. There. And make sure that they're well crusted. There's two. Now let's do the next two. There's number 3, and there's number 4. You'll notice they're very evenly coated. That's exactly what we want. So let me go ahead and put this up. I'm going to go ahead and get my induction heater out here and a saute pan, and we're going to go ahead and fry them up now. So let me clean up and get that set up. I'll be right back. All right, now I've got my pan here, and it's just my standard stainless steel pan that I use for about every sauteing. But what I want to do now is I set the induction wattage up a little bit, and I'm going to put in a little oil. This is just regular common oil. You know, you find this in the supermarkets anywhere. This one is soybean oil. So let me get it. That beep you hear is when I take it off of the induction. It no longer senses there's steel resistance in there, and that's what gives it the beep. So. Alright, let's go ahead and put these in. Such. And now what we're going to do is we want to make sure that these don't stick to the bottom. So I'm putting just a little bit more oil in. That was probably about a quarter of a cup. And now let's just go ahead and let's leave them sit in there for a while. If you try and scrape them around too soon after they're in, before they've actually browned and released, all you're going to do is just get everything stuck, and you're going to tear the breading off the fish. So let's just go ahead and let's just let them sit in here for a couple minutes. They'll get nice and brown, and then we'll go ahead and we'll flip them over. Now once we flip them over, I've got a little additional honey here that I want to pour, just drizzle over the top of it. And then we'll go ahead and once that's done, they're cooked through, we're going to go ahead and plate them and give them a try. You don't get much easier than this. And for, an evening meal, it's easy and, everybody's going to like it. Well, it worked. I let them sit in there for a couple minutes, and they're sliding around without any problem. They're not sticking at all. Okay, now let's go ahead and just put drizzle a little honey on top. Okay, now let's just go ahead and give them another couple minutes. You want to cook these until you can take a fork and it just flakes cleanly. You don't want to go too much or you're going to get dry. You don't want to go undercooked, because then it isn't that hot either. So let's just go ahead and see how we are. Not quite. So we're just going to leave them in here for another couple minutes and we'll try them again. I won't make you wait that long. I'll cut the camera here. Okay, they're flaking apart very nicely, so it's time to plate. Before I do that, let me put a few little pieces of arugula and some little greens down. I always think under a fish fillet, that always looks very good. All right. Put our fish down. And what you can do is, if you want, you can give a little parsley. And often what I do is I put a lemon down there as well, or a couple of little lemon wedges. So here we are. This is probably about one of the easiest seafood recipes you can get. I'm going to hold it under the detail camera here so that you can get a much better view of it. And there we are. Now, the last thing we have to do . Excellent. The fish comes through in the background, but it's such a mild fish, it's just very, very subtle. The saltiness of the crackers comes through, not very much because we don't want it to. And the honey also comes through. Could you take and squeeze, some lemon on these? There. Absolutely. That'll help. If it's too sweet, just squeeze a little bit of lemon on there. The acidity will cut the sweetness on there, and you're all set. So, here we go. This is one, it's so easy. I really do hope everybody tries it. It's a very, very good, Lenten meal. Let me know how you come out. Let me know what went right, what went wrong. If you have any problems with it, send me an email, leave me a comment. I'll see if I can't help you. We'll get it going along the right way. So, once again, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, like it, and even better, subscribe. You don't want to miss any of these. So anyway, until the next time, take care. God bless. Remember that cooking should always be fun. Never let it intimidate you. It's fun. We'll see you next episode. Bye for now.